So after all of Joe Biden's fake virtue signaling, acting as if I am an upstanding gentleman, I am a good man, I am a righteous man. After all of his politician BS, presenting himself as being totally different from that guy over there, Donald Trump, tell me why it's being reported that he is working on renovating and completing some, if not all, of Donald Trump's border wall. Make sure you click on my link at the top of the description box of this video. Click on that and make sure you subscribe and follow to me on my various social media platforms at Young ManHood. Make sure you hit the like button and the share button. And getting into this particular story, Joe Biden truly is the perfect example of a fake nice guy. He's a fake nice guy. He's a career politician that's gonna say what he gotta say. He gonna say what you want him to say. And after you give him what he desired from you, his votes, your support, once you give him that, he gonna turn around and do what he really wanted to do all along. And when it comes to the issue of the border wall, my thoughts on it has always been, if the border wall is an effective solution, then I support it. If it proves to be ineffective, I'm against it. If it can prevent illegal immigration, I'm for it, but I would need to see the data on it, and I will just go off the data when it comes to this sort of thing. Taking emotion out of it, is it an effective option, yes or no? That's my stance on it. And of course, it's one of those things where you don't know how effective it will be until it's actually implemented. So for the most part, I don't really have too many thoughts when it comes to this border wall. If it's effective, cool. If it's not, tear it down. Put the money elsewhere. But we got to talk about how this man, Joe Biden, is already doing the flip-flop with no shame whatsoever. Reports are coming out that I'm gonna dive into, that he is considering finishing up part, if not all, of Trump's border wall. And he's presented himself as a person that really wanted to reform, really wanted to change the immigration policies of the past, which ironically, the immigration policies of the last administration, the Obama administration that he was a part of, they deported, I believe, the most people out of any prior presidents combined. So when Joe Biden presents himself as being the champion of minorities, which is truly laughable, and we all know Joe Biden is on record saying that he wanted to reverse pretty much everything Donald Trump has done thus far. He wanted to reverse everything he did because, of course, he painted Trump with a broad brush, saying everything he did was just bad and stupid. And it didn't make any sense, and he's evil. That's pretty much what all his rhetoric was. A lot of emotionally charged rhetoric to get the people in their feelings so they can actually believe a career politician, which foolish of them, as we see. But diving more into this story with the details, according to the Daily Wire, Biden admin considers restarting border wall construction to plug gaps amid Biden's border crisis. Yes, so he's renovating. His plans to renovate that terrible border wall. According to the Daily Wire, the Biden administration is reportedly considering restarting construction of former President Donald Trump's wall along the U.S. Mexico border as the administration struggles to maintain control of the worsening border crisis. Biden Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas said during a conversation with ICE employees last week that the administration was considering finishing gaps in the wall. So you can't say that everything Donald Trump did was stupid and dumb if you are following up on things that he's done as far as renovating and finishing up the construction of what he began. That makes you look bad. The Times said that Mayorkas specifically mentioned those particular projects, including gaps, gates, and areas where the wall has been completed but the technology has not been implemented. The report noted that the new completed section of the border wall is more than just a wall, as it includes technology that allows authorities to detect incursions and features high-speed roads that allow for rapid response. The report also highlighted recent polling that showed that the majority of Americans, 53% overall, support construction of the border wall. Interesting. Politico reported last month that Biden was under investigation. Yes, I covered that as well, by the Government Accountability Office for halting billions of dollars in payments that were scheduled to go out to companies that had been contracted to finish building the wall. This is really goofy. Because he's halting money that was allocated towards payments of finishing the wall. That's what he originally did, and now he's considering making renovations to that same wall, continuing construction on that same wall. So when Joe Biden first came into office and he was just making all of these decisions, signing those tremendous amounts of executive orders when he first came into office, if you make a decision and then reverse that decision shortly thereafter, you have to admit that you made a ill-informed decision. You have to admit that, hey, you made a misstep. You messed up. Doesn't make any sense to halt construction on a border wall and then probably less than a month later say, okay, let's continue construction on that border wall. You see, that makes you look bad. That makes you look like you didn't know what you were doing. A new poll released this week showed that the majority of Americans do not approve of the job that Biden is doing on the border wall. Yeah, because it is truly a crisis. And as to the point that I brought up earlier, so according to ABC News, Obama has deported more people than any other president. And this article is from 2016, and it highlights the fact that the Obama administration, the same administration that Joe Biden was the vice president of, deported tons of people. According to ABC, between 2009 and 2015, his administration has removed more than 2.5 million people through immigration orders, which doesn't include the number of people who self-deported or were turned away and or returned to their home country at the border by U.S. Customs and Border Protection. So Joe Biden, he's the guy that's been pointing the finger this whole time at Donald Trump for his stance when it comes to immigration, criticizing him relentlessly, saying, I'm nothing like that guy over there. I'm nothing like that guy over there. I'm not a racist. I'm not a xenophobe. All this extra stuff. But meanwhile, he's the same person, part of the administration that ended up deporting the most people. You see, I haven't looked up the numbers under Donald Trump, but this report came out in 2016. So regardless of whatever Trump administration's numbers were as far as deportation goes, regardless of whatever those numbers are, the Obama administration would still rank amongst the highest. It would still either be first or second place. But I am curious what you guys think about this whole thing. What do you guys think about Joe Biden doing a whole flip-flop when it comes to this border wall construction? Let me know what you guys think about whether or not you are in favor of the border wall. And make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe button, and blessings to you.